In this video, I'll be playing Pokemon Emerald as Drew using only his anime team, which was actually suggested by this commenter in the comment section down below. Drew was actually May's rival, which makes him more of a coordinator compared to a Pokemon trainer. So with this in mind, you guys might be wondering, how the hell am I gonna beat this challenge? Well, looking at our team, you guys might have figured out how I could have beaten this challenge, but you guys might be surprised how useful these little guys were throughout our journey. And to make this challenge even more harder for myself, because I love myself so much, I'll be adding some additional rules, most notably no items in battles, and I gotta play the game in set mode, which makes it a little harder, but I think we can do it. But before any of that, be sure to subscribe and comment down which Pokemon from Drew's anime team is your favorite, so I can silently judge you as I read the comments. And with all that being said, let's get right into the challenge. Isn't this Pokemon supposed to be helping us out with the boxes? Bruh, stop watching TV! And this guy's just walking back and forth. We are doomed. Like every Pokemon journey, we choose our starter to save this old man from this tiny little raccoon. And you call yourself a professional? Ain't no way, dude. I chose Surskit, and we were able to save his life from this oh so voracious animal. Ugh. Because of that, we're allowed to keep the Surskit, so I named it Adrian! If you guys get the reference, I'm so proud of you. At least some of you guys touched grass. We were able to destroy May with Adrian. Pathetic. And proceeding with our journey, we head into Petalburg Woods. Why do I have a hard time saying that? Which I believe is a perfect time for us to encounter a Caterpie. I named it Rocky, the Italian stallion, and now we got a lovey-dovey couple. However, right off the bat, I realized a huge problem. We have two bug types, and Roxanne can annihilate us without even trying. What I do to possibly help us out with the upcoming fight is evolve Rocky into Metapod. And you know, this makes sense considering how many punches he blocks with his damn face. I mean, look at this. How is he not dead yet? Getting to the level cap, Rocky turns into Butterfree, and in that process, he learns both Poison Powder and Sleep Powder, which is something I'll use to my full advantage. With all my advantages, I head into the gym with every intent to win, and I automatically got destroyed. Yeah, no. This ain't happening without a fight, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't be playing when I'm this tired.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. Oh, been chilling. That was legitness.
Wow, okay. Luckily, it took 2 more attempts to get the battle I needed. This time, I led with Rocky as she sends out Geodude. I used Sleep Powder putting her to sleep, and thank God our RNG is phenomenal because even when he woke up, he misses his Rock Tomb. Die! That could have taken us out. She hits me with a Rock Throw, and we live on 5 HP. Holy shit. Confusion took it out though. Geodude is next. Again, I put it to sleep.
This beeping is making me lose my mind.
And she stays asleep, which allows us to take her out with a few confusions. Easy, let's go. Last is her ace, Nosepass. Honestly, the bane of my existence. After putting her to sleep, I use a few confusions, but he doesn't really do much.
Man, this is just sad.
She slept enough to where I could put her at half though, so I guess it's fine. And now it's all up to Adrian to win us this battle.
You missed! Yes! No, you have another potion?
She has so many potions, how is this fair? The turn after though, we got a crit and she misses!
Yes, you miss again! Open your eyes, you dummy!
Which allowed Adrian to give it the finishing blow. Jesus! This battle was actually crazy. We won the battle, getting us a stone badge.
Rawr, Pico!
Relax, old man. Help me progress with my journey and I'll help you get your cat back, okay? We beat this grunt, which looks oddly familiar. Yeah, you better run away! And Mr. Stone entrusts us, a 10-year-old kid, with some super secret letter, so we can deliver it to Steven. What can possibly go wrong here? Mr. Stone, I don't even know what Steven looks like, are you serious? Can you guys imagine if this letter has like, I don't know, secret information about Steven Corporation? Oh well. We embarrassed May once again because why not? And we made our way to our next location. Stop playing with your dog. Come on, we're going on a mission. This gym is an actual gym, so it's Rocky's natural habitat. So I wouldn't be surprised if this tiny little butterfly absolutely destroys Brawly. But this is what we needed after dealing with Roxanne's gym. Ugh, I still get nightmares about that place. Oh we gotta deliver something to you. Here you go. As expected, this gym was a complete breeze with the Italian stallion, and we made it to the gym leader.
Okay, Rocky, you got this. Come on, block the punches with your head like you usually do, please.
He sends out Machop as I send out Rocky. No. You know what? I'm just gonna show you what happened throughout this battle.
Nice. You're losing to a tiny butterfly, bruh. Just get out of here. You get out. You're not surviving. Out. Out, you pathetic fool. Out. Easy.
Winning us a battle and getting us a knuckle badge. Dude, Drew's actually crushing it. Maybe this might be an easier challenge than I thought. I really hope I could say the same for Watson though, because that gym could be a pain in the butt. But with my enormous brain, I think we got this. After a very fun boat ride, I made it to the Route 119 beach, and I decided to bully everyone who's having fun here because no one deserves to have fun. Man, I'm really acting like Azula right now. Kneel beneath me, you peasants.
But why?
Because I felt like it. At level 19, Adrian learns water sport, which at this moment seems pretty useless, but it might be useful for an upcoming gym, so let's keep it. At the Oceanic Museum, I met the one and only, my true idols, Team Aqua. They are literally my BTS, and I am their one and only stan.
I'm no mere child, Archie.
Come on, I have at least one water type. Let me join, please. So, Route 110 May. Yeah, this was pretty easy. Rocky and Adrian make a very strong couple, and I was able to sweep her entire team despite her advantages. Was she really Drew's rival? Because goddamn, you are not on his level right now.
You've got no finesse, no moves.
After beating May, Adrian turns into Masquerade. She now gets Intimidate. Yes, fear me. I made it to Mauville City, and let's be honest, my team's absolutely fucked if I face Watson right now. Even putting his Pokemon to sleep won't help Rocky that well. But in Route 17, we encounter something that might be useful for the upcoming challenge. In Ruby and Sapphire, Roselia can be found in this route. For some reason, they removed it for Emerald. Bruh, why? Are you serious? So I had to call my uncle Jimtendo to get us an encounter. And bada bing, bada boom, we somehow got a Roselia. After capturing him, I named him after the Dancing Destroyer, the King of Sting, the Tane of Pain, the Prince of Punch, the Master of Destroyer, and the one and only, god, so many names, Apollo Creed. Leech Seed will be a massive help for the next gym, so I'll use you. While testing him out, I wanted to see how well he'll do with the gym trainers, and surprisingly, he does really well. So I hope the same could be said about Watson. I'm very confident, and I believe that I can beat him on my first try. I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen? He's You know what? Fair enough. Okay, so second attempt. Here we go. He starts off with Mr. Explodey Boy as I send out Rocky. I put it to sleep and I try doing as much damage as I can with Confusion. I put it in the red, but this fucker heals. Are you serious? He again is less than half, but he wakes up and uses a spark on me, which doesn't put me down. Oh my god. I again put him to sleep and another 2 Confusions takes him out. Finally. Jesus, man. He then goes into Electrike. I put it to sleep and I swap into Apollo. I immediately gave this guy my seeds and I swap back into Rocky. Of course, putting him back to sleep, healing back some much needed HP, and eventually I'm able to knock this guy out with a few Confusions. So far, so good. And of course, as soon as I say that, he sends out his ace, Manectric, which I'm really scared about. Bro hits like a Chevrolet Silverado, like seriously. He uses Howl instead of attacking, which allows me to put it to sleep. I then go back into Apollo and again seeded it. It's guaranteed to die now, but we just gotta stow a little bit more. I used Growth and a Mega Drain, which was enough to remove its berry. And then I realized he has another potion. He lowers my health a fuck ton, but thank god Leech Seed came in clutch. God, electric types are such a pain to deal with right now. You are such piss babies, leave me alone, man. He has one more Pokemon left, and it's Magneton, which I believe is the hardest Pokemon in this battle. He uses Sonic Boom. Of course I seeded it and I swap into Rocky. And of course I put it to sleep. My plan here was to again stall it out. I go into Adrian while it's asleep, and I use Bubble, which does nothing. Welp. That's great. It then uses Shockwaves, which puts her into yellow. After using Bubble, the Leech Seed literally puts it at 1 HP. Literally 1 HP. Oh, come on. I want to finish this. There ain't no way you're alive right now. Knowing it'll go for another Shockwave, I swap into Apollo to mitigate as much damage as I can, and the Leech Seed was finally able to knock it out, like it was supposed to last turn. Winning us a battle and getting us a Dynamo badge. Jesus, this had to be one of the hardest gyms we've faced. Fuck, man. However, we have more difficult gyms we gotta battle, so I honestly think we're kinda screwed. And the next gym is an example of that. Oh no. Our team's literally all weak to fire types, so how we're gonna beat her is beyond me. In Meteor Falls, we met the very mid Team Magma. the crappier version of Team Aqua. If Team Aqua were BTS, then Team Magma are definitely the Team 10 of the Pokemon universe. That's the only way I can describe them. To prove my point, in Mount Chimney, I single-handedly took down the entirety of Team Magma by myself, and they had the advantage in every way. The only person who posed a bit of a threat to me was of course Maxi, but even then, we were able to cheese him without any problems. After, creamy, dreamy Archie came to praise me for our contribution. Now, please let me in Team Aqua. I'll do anything. No! Okay, so, Lobridge City. I don't really want to be here right now. Not because of the old ladies in the hot springs. If anything, that's a huge plus here. But because this is home of the hardest gym in the challenge. My team is entirely weak to fire, so statistically, logically, and psychologically, we should lose this battle. But I think if I overlevel a tiny bit, I might have a chance to beat this gym. Hopefully. The gym trainers still do so much damage on me, even after being overleveled, and we really aren't doing too much damage back on them either. So yeah, that's kinda bad.
You think?
Shut up! I made it to Flannery, and let's see how horribly this goes. She starts off with Nummo as they send out Rocky. He outspeeds her entire team, so using that to my advantage, I put Nummo to sleep, and while it's sleeping peacefully, I slowly killed it with a few Gus. She then sends out Slugma nuts. Again, I put her to sleep and a few Gus puts her in the red. She then wakes up and sets up a sunny day. This can be really bad. But to prevent catastrophe, we put her back to sleep while she heals, and a few Gus were able to take her out. We actually aren't doing too bad. After knocking her out, the sunny day goes away. Next is her camera ups, and one thing I'm afraid of in relation to this Pokemon is this. Don't fall in love with this fucking camera ups, please. Come on, you know better than this. Why do people want to shag this thing all of a sudden? Oh well. I sent out Apollo, seeded to guarantee its downfall, but it turns out that didn't really matter because something insane happens. Yo! Oh my, that was fucking crazy. Last is her ace, Torkoal. God, I'm winning. First try. Oh, I'm dead. But that's fine though because we set up the seeds and stalling should be enough for us to win this battle. Before going down, Apollo somehow poisons her, which is really bad because I wanted to put it to sleep. Whoa! No, why? Fucking idiot. I send out Adrian and looking at my moves, I realize I still have Water Sport for some reason. So I'm like, sure, why not? Let's use it. Thinking I've lost the battle, she uses Overheat and Adrian somehow lived. Holy shit. Water Sport is coming in clutch. To prevent my Pokemon from surviving, she uses a Sunny Day to increase the power of fire type moves. Oh my god, you're so fucking annoying. But every time she uses Overheat, she heavily lowers her special attacks. So yeah, I don't really know if that really matters right now. Die! Die! Which made her spam Body Slam instead. And because of this, we had the upper hand. Oh, first try. I'm so damn good. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so good. Taking out her last Pokemon, winning us a battle, and getting us a heat badge. Who would have thought Water Sport would be this useful? Just outside of the gym, May gives us a Go Goggles, which opens up a whole new encounter for us in Route 111, and we can also get a fossil here. We encountered a Trapinch, and I named that Comrade Drago. I would say his nicknames, but honestly, some of them are kinda lame. Finally, a Pokemon who isn't weak to fire types. Welcome to the team, but please don't kill Polo this time, please. In the Mirage Tower, we have an opportunity to get a fossil. Here, I want you guys to predict what fossil I'm gonna get. I'll give you guys about 5 seconds. If you guys guess a claw fossil, congrats! This time I'll give you guys scrambled eggs because it's healthy and honestly, I don't know how to cook anything else. After beating Watson, the gyms just keep getting harder and harder. And this time, we're gonna face Norman and his hard-hitting Slacking. Dude, my team's so fragile it's gonna be near to impossible for us to crack his entire team. But we've beaten the impossible before, so maybe with our new little friend, we might have a chance. We did a bit of grinding. Hyper Potion? What? And before facing Norman, I wanted to see if I could beat the gym trainers. I faced one and, I think the gym's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. Even Drago can't do too much, what the hell? I am really hoping Adrian's Intimidate helps us out with Norman because I genuinely believe that a Fraginus will be the end of us. Where is your endurance when we need it, Rocky? Drago, what the hell, man? Okay, let's see if I can beat Norman. God, Drew's team is so ass. Actually, really ass. Norman leads with Spinda as I send out Rocky. After putting his useless ass to sleep, I swap into Apollo, but then he wakes up immediately and hits me with a very hard facade, which does half of my HP. I swap into Adrian to lower his attack and swap into Rocky. After sleeping it, Apollo goes in hoping for the seeds and thankfully it works this time. And after a few moves, it goes down. Was it really that hard to take this guy down? Jeez, man! He sends out Vigoroth. Because everybody's so fragile, he stayed in to use Leech Seed. Adrian comes in to make him fear her! And I then made one of the stupidest mistakes in Pokemon Challenge history. I swap into Rocky and I fucking poisoned it, completely forgetting what Facade does.
You're a fucking idiot.
I know, I'm sorry! To fix this, I would switch into Adrian over and over again to intimidate him, lowering his attack and reducing as much damage as possible. Basically damage control. For some reason, he uses Encore. Seeing this opportunity, I swap into Apollo and I try to Leech Seed it. He uses Facade on me and I lived on 14 HP because of those intimidates. I can't survive the next attack, so I swap into Adrian and a third intimidate heavily reduces his damage even further. Finally, it goes down to a combination of Leech Seed and Poison. Jesus. Next is Linoon. I swap out Rocky to sleep it and...
You're faster! What? Oh my god, what the... Holy shit, what the heck was that?
Really hoping he doesn't wake up within the next turns, I swap into Apollo and use Leech Seed again.
The fact that this is actually working, man, oh my god.
He wakes up the next turn and slashes, and he then gets poisoned because of Poison Touch, doubling the power of Facade. Again! I, of course, switch back into Adrian, really banking on not getting a crit, and after whittling its HP a little, it goes down to the poison. That was the second time in one battle that mistake happened. Man, I'm really bad at this game. Last is his ace, Slacking. You may have realized the strategy I've been using throughout this battle, putting him to sleep with Rocky, seed him with Apollo, and intimidate with Adrian. I just had to keep lowering his attack by swapping my Pokemon back and forth. It was a long process, but eventually Slacking goes down, winning us a battle and getting us a balance badge. One crit could have changed the ending of that battle, but we were just fortunate that didn't happen. You know, May takes after you. Even after all the advantages you have, you still lost to me, like a chump. Like father, like daughter, I guess. After getting Surf, we head to the location of the 6th gym, and on our way there, we met our idols, Team Aqua. I don't want to fight, just please let me join. That's all I've ever wanted. I'll do anything.
No.
Fine, I get it. I understand. Don't meet your idols, guys. Balls mode activated. We again battle May, but of course, she's no problem.
It's obvious that the coordinator still has a lot of training to do.
And I made it to Fortree City, home of the flying type gym. And I'm not too worried about it because east of the city, we can get our final encounter, and a useful one at that. Absol. I'll name you Lang after Rocky's fierce opponent. He can learn Sword Sense, which is actually overpowered, and he also has Quick Attack, which gives it a bit of priority. I taught him Secret Power, and after exposing this invisible loser, imagine hiding because you're insecure about yourself? Can't relate.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Drago then evolves, making him a little more useful. And with that, we head into the gym. Already, Lang is proven to be very useful, as he single-handedly beaten every gym trainer in this gym. Like damn, save some for the rest of the party, come on. But nevertheless, I'm pretty confident about my odds against Winona. I think we can easily beat her now. She leads with Swablu as I send out Rocky. I put it to sleep, but she switches, curing her sleep with Nature Cure. God, that's actually really annoying. It's awake now, and now Tropius is out on the field. Great. She sets up the sun, but I go into Adrian to do the usual strat. I guess I really didn't need to though because a few guys were able to take it out. Surprisingly, our bugs are doing pretty well in this gym. Again, she sends out Swablu, and again I go into Rocky. To of course put it to sleep, but knowing it was swap, I go into Apollo to set up the seeds. She sends out Pelipper, and while I use Growth, she uses Supersonic, which is pretty damn annoying. I honestly thought she was just gonna spam Protect, but I guess I'm wrong. I swap into Adrian to get some HP back, and I believe her Intimidation will be useful throughout the fight. With that in mind, I'll switch between both Rocky and Adrian to get back the HP with loss and to lower her attack. She uses a Hyper Potion, but that's fine because that just means more HP for me. And because we intimidate her so many times, her moves does nothing on us. Eventually, she goes down, leaving us at pretty decent HP for the rest of her team. You know how this goes. Swablu goes in, and then she swaps into a new Pokemon. But this time, it's her ace, Altaria. But predicting that, I go into Apollo to set up the Leech Seed. I would then swap into Adrian to lower her attack, but she left me at 11 HP. Holy fuck, that is a lot. Drago goes in expecting an Aerial Ace, but she uses a Dragon Breath instead. Oh! Huh? Why would you do that? It crits and it goes down. Drago is actually really useless right now, for fucking real. I go into Lang, and as she uses Dragon Dance, I use Sword Stance. She gets greedy though and kept using Dragon Dance. Having the upper hand, I was able to knock her out with a secret power. I wish I used Quick Attack, but that's fine. Finally, her Swablu goes down to a secret power, and now it's time for her final Pokemon, Skarmory. Surprisingly, a secret power does about half of its HP, while I get taken out with an aerial waste. I go into Apollo, and of course I set up the seeds. We have now basically won because all we need to do is stall it out, winning us a battle and getting us a feather badge. It's crazy to think that our stalling strategy still works, even for a gym like this. But when I can, I'll take advantage of it. 6 badges down, 2 more to go. I head to Mount Pyro to get the TM for Shadow Ball because this will be really helpful for Lang, especially for the next gym. They're not gonna have anything on Lang if we use this. At the very top though, with a broken heart, we fight Team Aqua. Heart wants BTS. Why? I didn't want this to happen, man. Whatever. And in Lilycop City, we meet May for one last rival battle, and we absolutely destroyed her. What a surprise. Nah, you know what? May, you should just stick to Pokemon contests because you're actually so bad at battles, it's kinda sad. Man, the ego's high on that one, huh? To progress with the story, we invaded the Team Magma hideout, and everything was going pretty well until the very end when we faced Maxie and lost to his fucking Crobat. Oh well, maybe I tried joining the wrong team. I am no longer Aquatic Sky, I am Fiery Ground now. Nah, that's really stupid, never mind. Anyways, Maxie awakens Groudon, and somehow it jumps out of the cave. Nah, I'm good. This ain't alright. Something that huge shouldn't jump that high. So, how did I beat Maxie? Basically, I put his Mightyena to sleep, I used Sword Dance on Lang, and because of that, we're able to take out the Crobat. But I was really low when Camerupt gets sent out. So, in an attempt to put him to sleep, he killed me with a Rocky Slide. Wow. Okay, I sent out Apollo, seeded it, and I really hope this is enough for him to go down. Apollo goes down, but Adrian was able to take him out with a bubble. Damn, that was pretty hard. Luckily, Team Aqua Space was a lot more easier to deal with, so we can just head to Matsip City to obtain our 7th gym badge. With Absol, this gym was a piece of cake. After using Sword Stance, I was given free range to take out their entire team, and just by spamming Shadow Ball, we were able to win the battle, winning us a battle and getting us a Mind Badge. Lang is actually amazing. No wonder Rocky feared him. On our way to obtain our final gym badge, Team Magma rudely interrupts us, so we have to defeat them in the most embarrassing way ever. The AI is pretty dumb, so they weren't that bad. After though, once again we gotta deal with Team Aqua, and once again invade their hideout. I want revenge on Archie for ruining my dreams. My battle with him basically goes the same way as my battle with Maxie. I loved you, Maxie, and this is what I get.
You are really crying over a Pokemon character.
They're real to me, okay? The weather is now eternal rain and sun. And like every 10-year-old in this universe, it's our job to save the world. Bro, when I was 10, I was probably like eating crayons. What? I told Daddy Rayquaza to be better as a father because his kids are fighting over the Xbox.
Mum said it's my turn on the Xbox.
Shut up, bitch!
Now the big babies are grounded and we're able to get our final gym badge. In preparation for the challenge ahead, Drago evolves into Flygon. And finally, you're useful. Shit, man. It's about time. It took you like, I don't know, 4 gyms? What the heck, man? Now, we're gonna face Juan, who is just the worst Wallace, so he shouldn't be too much of a problem. I lead with Rocky as he sends out Luptis. It took me 2 turns to put her to sleep because he's attracted to her. Bruh, you're married. What are you doing? After that, I switch into Lang hoping for the sweep. I use Sword Stance, but she confuses me with the Water Pulse. But I immediately heal up with the Prison Berry. I then use Taunt so she can't attract me anymore. And one Strength was able to knock it out. I also gotta add that I gave him the Soap Scarf, so Strength is gonna do a lot of damage. He sends out Whiscash, which easily goes down to a couple of strengths. Cilio's next, and you know, it goes down because it's Cilio. Kinda mid. And he sends out his Crawdon. Getting really cocky, I thought one would take it out, but it survived in the red. Oh, bruh. So now we're gonna do our all reliable strategy. Sleep, go into Apollo, Giga Drain. Easy. Last is Kingdra. He uses Double Team, but that doesn't really matter because I was still able to hit him with my seeds and our newly added Toxic. So he's just guaranteed to go down now. All we need to do is wait, and eventually we were able to cheese him, knocking him down on our first try, winning us a battle and getting us a Rain Badge. I got really lucky there. Thankfully, we didn't miss much during this battle. With our new Pokemon, I'm pretty confident we're gonna beat this challenge. There's no way we're gonna lose. Hopefully. I haven't heard from May in a while. Good, because she's kinda mid anyways. Okay, maybe I should stop being mean to her. I'm kind of an asshole right now. I've survived this long with 3 pretty weak Pokemon, so I fully intend in beating this challenge. I am not gonna lose. One challenge being the Victory Road, but I flawlessly beat every trainer here, and even Wally, who was a complete joke. I made him cry like a little piss baby. I mean, what's new though, right? I made it to the Elite Four, and we'll be facing them with only 5 Pokemon. So, here they are. The People's Champion Rocky, his beloved wife Adrian, the Master of Sting Apollo, the fearsome Lang, and the monster among man Drago. And we're gonna make a champion out of all of them. So, let's get started. Let's head into the Elite Four. The first member is Sydney, the Dark-type Elite Four member. I wanted to lead off with Rocky so I can put him to sleep. I used Silver Wind, which really didn't do much, so I swapped into Lang. I used Swords Dance, but he used Sand Attack, lowering my accuracy. I really hope this doesn't affect me. Please don't. Because of my increased attack, I was able to knock him and Shiftry out. But then, I missed that attack on Cacturn, which really sucks. So I swap into Adrian. One Silver Wind took it out. Next is Absol. I go into Drago, and 2 Urkrix was able to take him out. That's crazy. He finally got his first kill. Wow, who would have thought? Next is Crawdons, but after some chip, Lang was able to take him out with his strength, winning us a battle and making this the first member down. I just realized how diverse Sydney's team is, and it's pretty cool. There's so many dark types in this region. Next is Phoebe, the ghost type Elite Four member, and this should be the easiest one we face, but I'm dumb and you'll see why. As she leads with Dusclops, I send out Lang. I use Taunt to prevent Confuse Ray for 3 turns, but in this generation, it only lasts for 2 turns. And there wasn't any text box telling me that it ended, so I was just so confused. Because of this, I have to beat her a different way. Thankfully, I have Drago, and I taught at Substitute. He was able to knock out 2 Dusclops and a Bayonet by just spamming Earthquake. Unfortunately though, he goes down to the Sableye. Now our best 2 Pokemon are down, so I gotta rely on the old strategy of sleeping and leech seeding. Eventually, we were able to take her out, winning us a battle and making this a second member down. This should have been so easy, but whatever, I guess. I'm not that bad at the game, I just didn't read the text. It's just something I gotta work on.
What reading?
Okay, you're taking words out of context. You're taking things out of... Third is Glacia, the Ice-type Elite Four member, and I immediately got destroyed because I didn't know about Taunt in this generation. It's completely different. Also, 4 out of 5 Pokemon on my team are weak to Ice, so yeah. That's great. It took me another attempt to get the battle I needed. She sends out Celio as I lead with Lang. I used Taunt to prevent non-attacking moves, and I used Swords Dance to increase my attack. After a few strengths, we were able to take it out. Glalie also goes down, and when she sent out her Celio, I knew she was gonna use Blizzard, so I used Swords Dance to increase my attack. I'm surprised that it hit me, considering how many times it missed when I used it. Like, come on, the hair wasn't even up. What the heck? I send out Rocky to put it to sleep, and I swap into Adrian. I use Silver Wind hoping for the boost, and I got it. This was enough to take it out. She sent out her other Glalie. Why is there so many repeats? Are there really no other ice types in this region? After doing some chip, it takes me out with an Ice Beam. I then go into Drago, and a Rock Tomb took it out. Now it's her last Pokemon, Walrein. And this guy is scary. So I use Earthquake, doing about half, but that's fine because this was enough for Apollo to OHKO it with Giga Drain, winning us a battle and making this a third member down. Bro, this was really hard. Drew, why do you have 4 ice weaknesses? Come on, man, you could do better than that. Now, it's the last Elite Four member, Mr. Godplan himself, Drake the Rapper. I'm a little scared of him, but I think I perfected the Lang strategy. Again, I lead with him as he sent out Shogun. Knowing the AI is pretty weird, I expect him to spam Protect, and for some reason, it did that, allowing me to get +4 in attack. Because of this, I was able to sweep his entire team with just Lang, winning us a battle and making this a final member down. So once again, the scariest Elite Four member is actually the easiest. Team Diff! But enough celebrating, because now we gotta face a champion of the Hoenn region, Wallace. But with Lang's power and Rocky's sleep, I don't think it'll be too much of a hassle. Of course, I lead with Rocky. What's new? As he leads with Wailord. Hoping he'll stay asleep, I switch into Lang. And I'm looking for the sweep here. I used 2 Sword Sands to get +4, and surprise surprise, this was enough to sweep his entire team. Wailord thrown away, Tentacruel was annihilated with a hard-hitting strength, Ludicolo destroyed, Wishcash demolished, Gyarados turned into sushi, and Milotic just dead, bro. Actually just dead, winning us a battle, making us a champion of the Hoenn region. But you guys know that this isn't our final challenge, right? Of course you do. There are some stuff that I want to do first, and there's one more person I want to face. But before that though, time for the filler episode. Whoa! Let's go! Oh fuck. So for this filler episode, I want to show that Drew is better than May in every way possible. The first thing I need to do is become the champion of the Horn region. Check. The second thing I need to do is win a Pokemon contest, because I want to show that I'm a better coordinator. What's more to be said? So I decided to do a Pokemon contest with Apollo, the Roselia, since technically that is his Pokemon contest ace. So I walked in with my head held high, and I realized I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, you got the applause.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? That's so dumb, bro. Oh my god, no way.
I do Nuzlocke. What the hell is this?
Okay, I can feel some favoritism. They
third
didn't give.
Well, okay, time for my second attempt. Apparently, I have to give Apollo these smart Pokeblock type things, since a lot of his moves are considered smart.
What the fuck is going on? Fuck, no, it's so bad. So, what? I got 9 misses.
After increasing his smartness, I decided to try again. Hopefully, things go better this time. This time, we performed phenomenally, startling the Pokemon ahead of us if they have the judge's attention. I would also show the audience how smart Apollo actually is by appealing to them whenever I attack first. And luckily for us, this was enough.
Oh, easy win. Yeah, yeah, I know. I wasn't worried at all. I don't know.
You literally lost the first one you did.
What? Do you have no proof?
Winning us a contest and getting us a first contest ribbon. Now that we've proven our point, screw you, May. It's time for us to complete our final challenge, Steven Stone. And because this was a fun little challenge, I didn't use rare candies, so can you guys imagine how much of a pain it was to grind up for Steven? God, I never want to do this again. So instead, I grind up important Pokemon like Drago and Lang, and maybe Rocky, but that's about it. But that aside, I gave Drago Fire Blast and headed into the Meteor Falls, so now we're face to face with Steven. It took a few attempts, but it wasn't long until we got the battle we needed. He sends out Skummery as I send out Drago. This is what I wanted Fire Blast for, because I can't use Earthquake on it. So instead, I just kept spamming this, and luckily we didn't miss until it goes down. While he heals, I use a substitute for this incoming Pokemon. Obviously, it goes down to an Earthquake, and he sends out his ace, Metagross. It almost goes down to an Earthquake with just one Earthquake. But he doesn't, and he breaks my sub. God damn it, man. 2 more were able to take him out. He then sends out his Claydol. I set up the sub knowing it can't really attack me too well, and he sets up Reflecting Light Screen, which could be really annoying. So all I could really do is spam Fly and hit it with Fire Blast until it eventually goes down. Thankfully, it didn't get a boost from its ancient power. Ugh, that would have been really bad. Next is Cradily, and yeah, I don't think Flygon can survive this.
Damn, this bitch is annoying.
So I just started spamming Earthquake thinking Drago would die, but surprisingly, I lucked out and I got a crit. And I was able to take it out. Damn, bruh! 12 HP? Okay then, okay. And now it's time for his final Pokemon, Armaldo. And Earthquake puts it under half, and this allowed Adrian to put it in the red. But he heals, which sucks. So it's all up to Rocky to finish off this challenge. I put it to sleep, and thankfully, he slept enough for me to knock him out with a few silver wins.
Finally! Oh my god!
Knocking out his last Pokemon, and finally completing this challenge. This was a pretty difficult challenge, but I had a lot of fun thinking of different strategies for each and every gym. Like Flannery. God, that was crazy. Who would have thought using Water Sport would have been useful for a gym like that? Because I sure didn't. There's no way I would have used a move like that in a normal playthrough. Ain't no way. So, can I beat Pokemon Emerald with Drew's anime team? Yes. Yes, I can, and thank God this is over and that there's no more grinding. Oh my god, there's so much grinding in this episode. If you guys have any suggestions on what teams I should do next, please comment them down below. I would love to hear it. With that being said though, thank you guys for watching me suffer, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.